In our previous lecture, we have completed our first chapter of this syllabus, that is aromatic hydrocarbons. Now we have to move towards our second chapter of this semester, alkyl halides and aryl halides. To understand the concept of alkyl halide and aryl halide, firstly we have to study halogen derivatives of alkanes. Halogen derivatives of alkanes are nothing but if we replace one or more than one hydrogen atom from alkane by same number of halogen atoms. Depending upon the number of halogen atoms replaced, these halogen derivatives of alkanes are classified into two types. Monohalogen derivatives of alkane and polyhalogen derivatives of alkane. Depending upon the number of hydrogen atoms replaced, we may classify in these halogen derivatives of alkane in two types. Now the first type, that is monohalogen derivatives of alkane. In this case, if we replace one halogen atom from alkane, in this case we replace one hydrogen atom from alkane by one halogen atom, we will obtain monohalogen derivatives of alkane as a product with the formation of haloacid. Now this RX, that is monohalogen derivatives of alkane, is nothing but alkyl halides. The second one, that is the second type of halogen derivatives of alkane, is nothing but polyhalogen derivatives of alkane. Depending upon the number of hydrogen atoms from alkane replaced by halogen atoms, this polyhalogen derivatives of alkane is further classified into three types, that is dihalogen derivatives, trihalogen and tetrahalogen derivatives of alkenes. If we replace two hydrogen atoms of alkane by two halogen atoms, it results into dihalogen derivatives of alkenes. Whereas if we replace 3 hydrogen atoms from alkane by the same or different halogen atoms, then we obtain trihalogen derivatives of alkanes. Whereas if we replace 4 hydrogen atoms from alkanes by the same number of halogen atoms, we obtain tetrahalogen derivatives of alkenes. Now, ethylene dichloride is an example of dihalogen derivatives of alkenes, in which 2 hydrogen atoms from ethane is replaced by 2 chlorine atoms. It bears 2 chlorine atoms. It means it bears 2 halogen atoms. That's why it is included in dihalogen derivatives of alkenes. Whereas in case of trihalogen derivatives of alkane, we have to replace 3 halogen atoms from methane or any alkane. For example, here I have replaced 3 hydrogen atoms of methane from 3 chlorine atoms, which results into chloroform, which is a member of trihalogen derivatives of alkane. In last case, that is in tetrahalogen derivatives of alkane, we have to replace 4 hydrogen atoms from alkane to form tetrahalogen derivatives. For example, if I replace 4 hydrogen atoms by 4 chlorine atoms, we will obtain carbon tetrachloride, which is nothing but the member of tetrahalogen derivatives of alkene. This is the classification of halogen derivatives of alkene. This is the classification of halogen derivatives of alkene. Now our syllabus includes alkyl halides, we have already seen that alkyl halides are nothing but the monohalogen derivatives of alkanes. It is monohalogen derivatives of alkanes. In which one of the hydrogen atom from alkane is replaced by one halogen atom. For example, when this alkane is treated with X2, we will obtain RX, that is alkyl halide, with the formation of halo acid, that is HX. This RX is nothing but alkyl halides. Now, these alkyl halides are further classified into 3 types, that is primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide and tertiary alkyl halide, which we have to see one by one. These alkyl halides are classified into 3 types. Primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide and tertiary alkyl halide. To understand the concept of primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide and tertiary alkyl halide, firstly we have to understand what is meant by primary carbon atom, what is meant by secondary carbon atom and what is meant by tertiary carbon atom. We know that a carbon atom to which only one carbon atom is directly attached is called as primary carbon atom, whereas if a carbon atom has two carbon atoms directly attached to it, then that carbon atom is called as secondary carbon atom, and tertiary carbon atom is defined as if a carbon atom contains three another carbon atom which is directly attached to it, then that carbon atom is called as tertiary carbon atom. Finally, a simple quaternary carbon atom. A quaternary carbon atom is nothing but if a carbon atom or almost all four valencies of a carbon atom is satisfied by single bonds containing carbon atom, four carbon atoms directly attached to it, then that carbon atom is called as quaternary carbon atom. Now we have to see the types of alkyl halides. For that purpose, we have already studied what is meant by primary carbon atom, secondary carbon atom and tertiary carbon atom. The first type of alkyl halides is primary alkyl halide. If, in this case, if a primary carbon atom is directly attached with a halogen atom, or we may say that if a halogen atom is directly attached to primary carbon atom, then that alkyl halide is called as primary alkyl halide. It is the example of primary alkyl halide. In case of secondary alkyl halide, if the halogen atom is directly attached to secondary carbon atom, then that alkyl halide is called as secondary alkyl halide. Its example is isopropyl chloride. Finally, if, that is tertiary alkyl halide, if the halogen atom is directly attached to tertiary carbon atom, then that alkyl halide is called as tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary carbon atom, halogen atom directly attached to tertiary carbon atom. The example of tertiary carbon atom is tertiary butyl chloride. Okay, these are the examples of primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halide. Now we have to study the physical properties of alkyl halides. The first physical property of alkyl halide is nothing but that the lower members of alkyl halide are gases nature. For example, CH3Cl, C2H5Cl and CH3Br are gaseous in nature. Whereas all the remaining alkyl halides or all the remaining higher alkyl halides may be liquids or solid in nature. Second property of this alkyl halide is that haloalkanes have considerable boiling or high boiling or melting point than that of corresponding alkanes. Haloalkane have considerable higher boiling or melting point than corresponding alkanes. For example, N-pentane has a boiling point equals to 36 degrees Celsius, whereas its corresponding haloalkane, that is N-pentyl chloride, has a boiling point equals to 108 degrees Celsius. It is because of due to higher molecular weight of these haloalkanes than that of this alkane, because in this case one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by chlorine atom, which is higher in atomic weight than that of replaced hydrogen atom. Now the third point or third properties of this alkyl halide is, for a given alkyl group, if we changes the halogen atom, the melting or boiling point also changes. Okay, for a given alkyl group, increase in the atomic weight of halogen atom, melting and boiling point increases. As we go down the halogen family from fluorine to iodine or acetylene, the atomic weight also increases. Now the boiling point of ethyl chloride is 12.2 degree Celsius, whereas the boiling point of ethyl bromide is 38.4 degree Celsius. As halogen atom changes, it means if we use the halogen atom which has higher higher atomic weight, its boiling point also increases. Now, the next property, that is property number 4 of this alkyl halide, is for a same halogen atom, as the number of carbon atoms increases, its melting or boiling point increases for a same halogen atom. For example, this N-propyl chloride has a boiling point equals to 47 degrees Celsius, whereas the N-butyl chloride has boiling point equals to 78 degree Celsius. This is the fourth property of our alkyl halide. Now, the last, which is the most important properties of this alkyl halide, which is nothing but, as branching increases, the boiling point or melting point also decreases when we consider an example of isobutyl chloride and N-butyl chloride. We know that N-butyl chloride has 78 degrees Celsius as its boiling point, whereas this isobutyl chloride has 48 degrees Celsius at its boiling point. We know that both these molecules contain same number of carbon atoms as well as halogen atoms, that is here chlorine atoms. But in case of isobutyl chloride or secondary butyl chloride, here branching is increases. It means the chain is of 3 carbon atoms, whereas it has 4 carbon atoms which are linked in a chain. In this case, due to branching, the surface area of this molecule decreases. Due to decrease in its surface area, its volume also decreases. Due to decrease in its volume, this molecule becomes spherical. It means those intermolecular forces present in these molecules becomes weaker. Due to weaker intermolecular forces, the boiling point of this molecule increases. It is the last but the most important property of alkyl halides. Okay friends, thank you.